Hello, welcome back. We got some fireball research done and construction research done to 5. I'm going to try and get 6 for golems next. And also Legions of Steel, I guess, which is the battlefield version of the protection buff. And yeah, I might go all the way to 7, I'm not sure. And then Thaumaturgy 5 and Evocation 6 will let our Astral Mages do Mind Hunt. Evo 6 is also where we have Iron Blizzard too, so... I think maybe this is the next target, so I'm not sure yet. Site searching, we found a gallows, so that's a death gem. No other luck. Sent some gems to our mages. And a bunch of battles then. We did get Stormed in Kratos, but unfortunately... it's just a Draconian chief, so... our god is here ready to go. But, unfortunately no instant storm. And also... yeah, the, Machaka player on the Discord, I think is wise to things. Because he posted a message that he's glad he pinged. So I guess he realizes he probably would have died if he stormed. So that's unfortunate. Would have been nice to catch that army unawares. We also stormed into Larian Swamps, so quite a few mages here actually. Which is not ideal, but... It's a lot of gifts of having being cast. Yeah, not great. These are hard forts to storm into. I really wish you could make more flying units. But, gotta make do with this. A few of our guys routing now. Almost in the game. Oh yeah, our dudes can do magma bolts now. So, you know, that's something. Helps clear out the gate. And we finally get in. I think Dominions just might have frozen on the recording for a second, sorry about that. But it didn't really miss much. We got into Larian Swamps. It cost us 21 Guardians, which isn't great. And 22 Black Plate. And a Black Lord somehow, that's a shame. Longbow's not really having much impact, which is a shame. Might be better telling them to just fire, not giving them a... At the moment I think they're on fire archers. Maybe it should just be fire, and then maybe they'll pick a commander to fire at. I'm not sure if they can do that or not, but it would be nice. Well, as it is though, we got the swamp. We burned down... I think we burned down a temple there, right? Oh no, no temple there, okay. We can put our own temple here though, that's something. Other than that, yeah, there's Kenshi attacked into Gamer with a few things. And Machaka moved into Towan and Farron. So, yeah. Oh, the Draconians are in Druidland too. So capping 3 provinces off us a turn. But we'll start trying to cap them back this turn. And yeah, that's it for messages more or less, right? Warring tribes in Mag. Scout Corps. Kratos has been breached. Yeah, that's it for messages. So here's the map now. We've grabbed Larian, that's great. We need to put together a little army around here now to go after New Spring. Or maybe defend this area against the units in this area. They could easily all move into Wick Forest next and put this tiny little palisades under siege or something. But we'll grab Gamer and we'll grab Lost Lands anyway. Got a few bits going into Lost Lands. Main force that just took the fort going into Gamer. We'll just move it where it's most useful. If we need to defend here, we'll defend here. If we can move over to New Spring, we'll go to New Spring. Meanwhile, we've got a bunch of Black Knights in Coast Haven now. 17 of them. They can go put New Spring under siege, a few reinforcements in Moravia, and some archers coming from the fortress. So it doesn't look like much, but you know, a lot of knights, a couple of longbows. I'll bring out the wyverns too, why not? They can go and hold an attack rear. We'll stick this under siege. And try and get this one boxed off quickly. 200 wall. We don't have a lot of siege strength, probably. There's 76 plus 23, call that 100. And then we've got these guys. So about 150 damage. So we might get this cracked open in 2 turns. Let's see, about 30 enemy units. The army consists mainly of geomancers. It might be kind of rough, I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do. But I did realize as well, of course, because we PD dumped TNG so severely, 79, this is actually the only way for him to get up here, isn't it? Because these are water connections. So from these 2 provinces, he can only move into TNG, which he's going to need quite a few units to get through that. We're probably safe to wrap up this little area while TNG just, I guess, builds things up in Omor for a while. I'm really surprised he still has so much dominion in this area. We've preached TNG up to 3 candles. There's no temples in this area, it's just our temples here, here, here. Prophet is here preaching. But still very dark candles, and this is TNG's dominion as well. Yeah, Lich enjoys. Anyway, we'll get a temple down in Larian when I can. And see what we can do. Next special order of business. This guy here, our S1N1 mage. I'm going to empower this guy up to Nature 2. I might do Astral 2 as well one day, but for now, Nature 2. Just so that he can make Nature 2 items for us that would otherwise require our god. So I'll move him somewhere. I think he's done site searching now. I'm going to just stick a random Astral Mage on Arcane Probing duty. He can make like Thistle Maces. I noticed this fort lets us recruit these guys once we have a lab going. So N1 mages, and then we give them a Thistle Mace, and then we'll have N2 mages in our army. We can do some things with that. So that'll be kind of a long-term plan over the next dozen turns or so. But we'll try and get that moving. I'm also thinking of empowering this guy in Astral so that he can start doing golem stuff without our god needing to be involved. I'll need to forge a coin first, but yeah, I might empower him next. But there's the empowerments I'm thinking of doing. We did manage to save up 30 nature gems, so not a lot of nature gem income. We're really hurting for fire gems and nature gems, unfortunately. And as you can see, we've done a lot of fire site searching. It's one of our most searched paths besides Earth. In fact, we've actually searched it more than Earth because we've also been doing the remote site searching. And yet we have 2 fire gems per turn. We're probably going to lose Wick Forest as well, which is a fire gem and a nature gem, so that's a bit of a shame actually. We need to get that province back when we can. Put together armies down here anyway. Start empowering some mages through here. Recruitment is still quite strong for now. I'll start recruiting some units with Woodhenge Druids here when I can. Next up, we're going to try and take some provinces back, so you've got quite a lot of stuff in Ulm and Forest of Gun that's going to move to trackless. We'll start putting this together. For now it's just lines of black plate around blocks of guardians with our mages in the middle. We know there's a lab in trackless, so we'll move there. We can start giving out items and gems as well while we build up some troops and gradually move towards here. We'll need some scouts as well. Next stack we've got is in Sodorth. Going to split this up. One will take Druidland back and one will defend Norville. Norville is already on 30 PD, which is quite good. So both of these stacks are the same. It's some longbows, some knights, and some guardians. And then one in Druidland is the same. So these should be fine if they get attacked by or defended by Draconians. So I'll move into those as well. And then up here, we have some squads of Clockwork Horrors that I decided to summon last turn. I think it was last turn. Or, yeah. Not sure if I mentioned it, but I just decided to dump some Earth Gems into just some extra units we can put around to disrupt cavalry lines, really. And then we've got some Black Plate and a couple mages. We'll walk towards this province. It's the only province we can go to from Boarwoods. And it has our dominion, so we might be able to bait something into that province and maybe our god can drop in on it, but who knows. For now, our god is just going to continue sitting in Kratos, though. We'll give this another turn. I mean, if he storms immediately, I think we'll still be fine. But if he continues delaying, he's probably building up stuff. I can already see from the report that there are witch doctors here now. I've changed the script slightly so that we do fire shield on the last turn now. Just in case there's Skelly spam to deal with. And I've got one of these Astral Mages doing Spell Ward as well to bump up our magic resistance a bit. Don't want our god getting decayed by corpse candles or something. We're already on 21 magic resist though, so 25 should be pretty good. Otherwise though, the same. My god's also going to summon some bog beasts, so we'll take a look at those in a second as well. Well, next turn. For you in a second, for me next turn. And I think that's it for plans currently. We'll just start trying to take back provinces while we respond to whatever Machaka does. And we'll see how we feel about sitting in Kratos next turn. Is that everything? Let's see. So some movements, still doing some Dark Knowledge, summoning Bog Beasts, casting some Gnome Lore, or forging an Elemental Armor as well. Arcane Probing. Yeah, we got Construction 5 this month, so that gives us the greater magic items. So there's a few things we can make. But might as well make an Elemental Armor. I'm not sure I'm going to use it yet, but it's going to come in handy on our god at some point when we need resists. And that's it for now, I think. Not too bad, just need to grab our territory back. And lock this down, that would be nice. Alright, ending turn, there's turn 36. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. We empowered ourselves in nature, summoned some bog beasts, and some magic sites as well, which is quite good. Mineral Cave in Umpholia, an Earth Gem, which is bog in one of our forts, which is great. It's a Death Gem and a Water Gem. Not the most useful gems, but another Diaportent as well. Need Avenger has put up Eyes of God, so second global of the game. And a bunch of battles, mostly us this time, which is better. Also another battle at the fortress in Kratos. Another Draconian, so still just spying on us. You can see our bog beasts, which will be in the battle. So probably not going to do much, but they will poison any spiders that walk past them with the big poison cloud, so that's something. I don't feel safe defending this fort with my god anymore. He's had too many turns to plan now. But yeah, we were sitting there for a while anyway. Besides that, I'll just look at the map because there's a lot of exchanges. The province he moved into was Wick Forest. So he's consolidated the 2 8-spider raiding squads with the 30 Draconians. I also realized as well, because I was gonna... I saw this and I was gonna Cloud Trapeze onto it. I thought, aha, he's unified his army, that's perfect. It turns out these guys actually have great swords of sharpness, so I actually don't want to Cloud Trapeze onto these guys. This also made me much more nervous about defending that fort. Because we can tank infinite spiders, we cannot tank infinite great swords of sharpness, unfortunately. To be fair, we also can't tank infinite spiders. We can tank about 100 spiders. And then we'll reach the turn limit. And all our buffs will fall off, but... but we can definitely tank fewer great swords of sharpness dudes. So yeah, the consolidated forces there, we'll ignore that though for now. And yeah, we're going to evacuate these guys out of this fort. I'm glad we got the Thaumaturgy to do teleport, because the old geezers can leave as well. This guy's screwed, but what can you do? Anyway, yeah, otherwise we just moved into a bunch of provinces. So we took Gamer, no problems there. Moved into Lost Lands, no problems there. New Spring we put under siege. Unfortunately, I forgot, these forts all have like tons of PD, don't they? So it's fine, but the wyverns do land in the midst of all this crap and just die immediately, so... not the... not the best use of wyverns. It might have been good though if he'd been patrolling with mages, but I guess there's no reason why he would have done that, right? Much better for him to defend the fort. So we took that, and that of Tianqi, and then up here we took Druidland back. And we also took Brackless Woods, moved into Boar Woods. So not much to see really, just empty provinces. Good to get this province back though. Pearl, Death Gem, Nature Gem, Earth Gem. And yeah, oh, that reminds me, yeah, we did lose this as well. One of our fire gems. One fire gem per turn with this site searching is really bad. Sometimes you just get really unlucky. Our gem income is actually quite bad overall, although we are a bit picked apart at the moment. But yeah, I think that's it for battles, other than, let's see, we saw Niedervenger and... oh, not much to see though. That is over here. I think some people are making peace with Niedervenger, whatever. Don't know what became of their war, but... seems like they had like 6 opponents at one point. I don't think it's quite that extreme anymore. They seem to be holding up pretty well anyway. Anyway, that's it for messages, I think. Some brigands, some unrest. Kratos is still breached, of course. New Spring is not breached. Oh right, I guess we lost quite a lot of siege strength in the... do wyverns have much siege strength? 4.5? Oh. Alright, didn't realise that. Okay, yeah, gonna be another turn before we can crack that open. Anyway, that's it for messages, and here's the map now. So yeah, 2 globals up. Mother Oak for Machaka, Eyes of God for Nida. So these things have consolidated here. They can see that this is an empty palisades as well, so they might move on to it. So I can't do anything super aggressive with these guys. They're just going to have to go to Lost Lands. And from Lost Lands, they can help defend any of these 3 forts, so that's a nice spot for them to be. It does currently have 300 supplies, even though it's a wasteland. So these guys will be fine there. They only use 129 supplies. And currently they just look like this. There's a few archers, a few infantry, a few cavalry archers, and a few actual cavalry. We'll merge them all up in Lost Lands though, and they can defend where they need to. We are also recruiting quite a lot of infantry here, so there'll be like 40 more infantry in the garrison next turn. And that's all good. We got our N2 guy now, he's going to move to Forest of Gun as well. And yeah, I am going to empower Aripert here in Astral. So he can forge a coin next month, and then after that he can summon a golem. And then the golem might need a coin as well to teleport around, because we can't do caps yet. We need to get construction 7 for those. But I'm also going to make some earth boots, so that we can easily cast this with some mage somewhere. Earth boots plus earth power just gets him naturally to 4, so that'll be good. We're also making a snake ring for the golem, and another sword of sharpness, because why not? I might stick a... it depends. If I use the golem with our army, he'll have a sword of sharpness, and probably a charcoal shield. Whereas if I use the golem solo, I might just give him a snake bladder or a shock whip or something. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, for the time being, everything in this area is just going to wait and defend against this, see what it does. These guys are just going to siege a new spring, so I had to turn off archer recruitment this month, but in general I just move all the archers over constantly. I might need some more help than that though, I don't know. The archers don't seem to get many kills in these storms, do they? At least this is just a palisade, so there'll be fewer defenders, but at the moment, yeah, it's not a lot of stuff, but we could potentially add like 20 more longbows every month, which is, I mean, something. Surely at some point you reach a critical mass of archers where they're just killing everything, right? Here's hoping. They should have flaming arrows too. Yeah, aromatic flames has F2 in a jar, so at least some of them will get flaming arrows. Anyway, that's the southern area in brief, I think. Nothing else happening over here. Oh, I am putting a temple down in Larian, of course. So all of our forts in this region will be templed, including Tianqi, and we're profit preaching, so... I mean, hopefully we get rid of this Dark Dominion at some point. I know we're only like Dominion, what, 5 or something? 4, but... like, come on. Let me clear it out. Oh, damn. Anyway, that's the south. North then. We did take Boarwoods. We'll just move these guys into Godwoods and see what happens. Maybe he was moving all of his stuff over to this direction and there's no defense. Or maybe there is some defense and we might build a cloud trap onto it next turn anyway. I'm not sure how we have 4 white candles here, but... I mean, I'll take it. Might have been some weird Dominion flip event or something. Or... I don't know, it's just odd because Boarwoods is neutral. I don't know. It must have been an event. I can't explain it otherwise. And yeah, we're evacuating Kratos, so these guys are all teleporting in Cloud Trapeze into Forest of Gone, so they'll also be nearby to help out in this area too. And we got these guys in Druidland, gonna merge it with these guys in Trackless, so there's a pretty decent stack building up. It is mostly Guardians, which is quite good. We'll start moving towards Kratos once we can try taking it back. We'll see. Be nice to get some golems out first, though, I suppose. I think that's everything, really, though. So still doing some site searching, evacuating Kratos, building temple in Larian, still upgrading to a castle in Bushford. That's the Longbow Fort. Making some items, empowering Aripert. And looks like that might be everything. Once we got recruitment now, so the cap is Guardians and 2 Priest guys, Infantry in Forest of Gone with a Mage, Knights in Ammon Forest with a Mage, Infantry in Tianqi with a Mage, Iron Range. This is our Lawmaster fort. Currently Infantry with a Lawmaster and a Sage every 2 turns. We haven't really had anything too interesting from out of the Lawmasters so far. They all have very similar paths, which is quite funny. So since this is now, you know, a citadel with 2 extra commander points, I'm thinking of switching this over to scouts, because we'll be able to get 3 scouts a turn. And we can quite easily flood this area with scouts then. So I might switch that over next turn. And that's it for the forts recruiting. Yeah. Alright. I think I'll end turn there then. That's turn 37. Thanks for watching. Hope you're still enjoying the series, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.